We're back.
Yeah, we are.
Episode 5.
Here we go.
We keep going. This is going to be a really interesting episode. It's going to be going over the different masks that we wear.
Yeah.
Gay men, real estate agents, business owners, dog dads, community members, all the different masks that we wear, and how we go about kind of reconciling that, and how we go about sometimes code switching and doing all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys are ready for a good one. It might be a bit slower than our normal ones, but it's going to be an interesting conversation nonetheless. So my name's Guy.
I'm Will.
And we are the Gaygents of Pierce County.
So in reference to the masks that we wear, the idea behind it being, I think, as members of the LGBTQ community, it was really easy for me to feel like I needed to put on a mask as I was going through life and figuring out who I was, because it was evident in school and in different clubs and groups that I was in that I was different. And so the mask for me was more of a protection mechanism. But I'm curious, what mask do you wear when you're in front of clients, or what do you find yourself wearing?
Well, I think it kind of depends on the client.
Interesting.
And I think that's literally the epitome of the mask.
Yeah.
I have clients that come from a referral source that's literally like built for LGBTQA plus individuals.
Okay.
Those ones I pretty much show up as is.
Yeah.
I don't code switch out of being gay. I show up, hey, I'm the gay boy that you hired. Hi. But if it's like someone that I've never met before, like let's just say it's an open house lead.
Yeah.
I'm reading them. Is this a safe space? Is this a ally? Is this someone that might be in my community? Is this like, how can I like show up? I want to serve them. I want to help. Like that's the goal in me. My heart is in helping people buy, sell, invest in real estate. But there is an element of like, I'm always kind of like scanning.
Yeah.
Where's like, do I need an exit route? Do I need where's my off ramp, or am I safe here?
Do you ever like have conflict internally with just the mere fact that you feel like you need to filter in for anybody for any reason?
Yeah. Well, therapy's good. Therapy's real good.
Yeah.
BetterHelp, any of you guys, sponsorship deal. But no, it's yes, there's conflict in it. Like there's times where like I've unknowingly gone to filter myself.
Yeah.
Like I have polo shirts that have the Rainbow Network on it. It has just the normal standard logo on it. One that has rainbow, one that doesn't. There's been times where I went and grabbed the rainbow one and immediately put it back and grabbed the non-rainbow one.
Interesting.
Purely based off of where I would be hosting the open house.
Pre-filtering.
And subconsciously, there was one time that I did this was recently where I like did it and then immediately caught that I did it and said, why did I just do that? I switched back to the rainbow one and I put the rainbow one on.
Good.
Pulled into the neighborhood in this specific community that's a little bit more conservative. It's out closer to the mountains. Pulled it. The first house had a rainbow flag. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm at least safe here, which Washington's an overwhelmingly safe state.
It is. So
to even like filter myself in that way, it was weird, and I caught myself doing it.
Yeah.
But there is that level of internal like conflict that I run into sometimes. Like, do you do that? I mean, you originally originated from Alaska.
So when I'm in Alaska, if I'm in Alaska, picturing myself back in those days, it was nowhere, anywhere on me. There was no rainbow anything. There was good posture. There was articulate sentences. There was deep voice inflection. There was focus on faith and family. Like it was so unacceptable. And again, this is where I'm like, I think this is a fascinating topic, because I think that oftentimes I will filter myself whether there's a need for protection or not. It's so automatic to think that I need to filter myself and I need to put on a different mask, that I'm looking back and I'm like, how often was I out selling in front of people that would have been perfectly accepting, and yet I filtered myself because I made an assumption about what their acceptable boundaries are around that, right? So I did. I would filter every single time without fail. And the only times that I would reveal myself in little subtle ways is if it was evident in a husband and wife that the husband was looking at me as more of a threat than he needed to. In those particular circumstances, I would drop like a limp wrist or a girl, fire, and they would immediately loosen and things would be fine. I think whether they were supportive or not, or allies or not, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, he's articulate. He is obviously an expert at this. We know we want to use this guy to be our agent. And he's not a threat. Like, totally cool. We're good. I don't need to believe what you believe for you to be able to be a helpful resource for me in this process.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely did.
I'm like reminiscing as you're talking about that. I'm reminiscing of one of the times. So I'm wearing them. These ones, my gay AF socks. But I was out doing, there was an unplanned showing. I was covering for somebody else, but I was going to be taking over for them as the showing assistant. And I was out showing houses with this family. Didn't think anything of it until we literally got to the door and I'm taking off my shoes to walk inside that I was wearing these socks. Never met these people before. Had no idea how, like, where they ranked on the scale of like, hello, absolutely not, to I'm your best friend.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got a gay best friend. But I was showing them this house and I was like, normally you kind of let them tour the home a little bit, but you're kind of guiding them through it, right? In this case, I was as far back as I could be, hiding behind walls. I got my feet tucked behind something near the couch, so I hide behind the side of it.
Did you think about taking off your socks?
No, I wasn't walking barefoot. That would have been weird.
I'm like, how worried were you?
I just was like, okay, as long as I can keep my feet hidden, while keeping my shoes off,
perfect.
I'll be okay, because there was no booties either. I didn't have any options, and so it wasn't until we got upstairs and I got stuck. There was literally nowhere for me to move where they wouldn't have seen my feet. And there's a giant one right on top of my foot. There's gay as fuck. Yeah. And so I'll never forget, the kid saw it first. The kid goes, "Nice socks." And
how old was the kid?
He had to have been middle school.
Okay. I'm like, because there's an awareness there if he noticed it.
100%. He noticed it. He went, "Nice socks." The mom looked and I was like, "Oh, here it goes." And she's like, "I love them." And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now without having to ask or say or do anything, I know it's a safe space. I'm so sorry that they say AF on it. That was not the plan. I didn't know I was showing house today and forgot that I was wearing them. Yeah. Because professionalism, right? There's a level of I want to be professional here, and this is not exactly the most professional. It's the most authentic sock, but it's not the most professional sock. Yeah. But it's just just hearing you talk about the Alaska experience, that's the first story that pops into my mind.
Well, and it brings up a good question, right? Where do you think the line is between being professional and hiding parts of yourself? Because if I'm being honest, as a consumer, I want to know the person that I'm working with, so that I know that they're their authentic self, yes, but that they're there's room for me to trust them because they trust me. Yeah, it's symbiotic.
You're building that relationship. You're building that the camaraderie of we're in this together. I'm helping you, you're helping me, so on and so forth. It depends. Most of my appointments, I'm so abnormal in this regard. Most agents, I feel like they're in and out about an hour. They sit down for listing appointment, they sit down for the buyer consult, whatever it is. I feel like most are in and out, 45 minutes to an hour. They have it pretty dialed in. I, without a doubt, will be there for probably 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm not upset about it. It's a lot of time.
That's a lot.
I think I've had one listing consult that was 45 minutes long. Okay. But every single time I sit down and meet with someone, we leave that appointment friends. Yeah. Whether we met as friends or whether we met off of a lead from an online source. Mm-hmm. Because in that conversation, we're getting to know each other. I like the term that this is an interview. You're interviewing me, I'm interviewing you. Yeah. Typically by the end of that appointment, I know where my professionalism is going to land. And if it's hitting that 2 hour mark, 3 hour mark, I know that we're probably pretty relaxed and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to be your friend through this process. You're going to see some fun jokes out of me. I'm going to get some fun cracks out of you. Yeah. We're going to have a good time. The shorter the appointment is, honestly, the more concerned I am on how authentically I showed up. Because if I just jump right to numbers and we do talk numbers and we sign a point, we're done, you probably didn't really see my personality. Yeah. That means that I probably skipped a lot of the opportunities I normally have built into presentation to have that personality show. Interesting. Because I'm an analytical individual. Yeah. But I'm also a fluffer. Yeah. I'm not a fluffer. Never mind. Take that back.
Okay.
But
as an industry term,
no.
for entertainment,
No.
no.
As someone that's like building relationships, yes.
Perfect. Fluff the relationship. I love that. So in general, agents are really expected to be calm, poised, collected, confident, right? Really driven, really ambitious, with lots of initiative. So how do you think that leaning into the personality side of that can sometimes alienate? Or do you think it's discrediting to show that level of authenticity?
I think it depends on your client.
Yeah.
Like I've in working with so many different people and clients and agents, there's a very common thing that I hear from the agents is that when you're working with your people, the people that you just like naturally get along well with, one, it doesn't feel like work. And two, your natural style just naturally carries you through, and your clients almost expect to be able to talk to you as a friend. Like sometimes I know I feel like we've joked about this. Like sometimes we're therapists in this field.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We're the unlicensed therapist in this field.
Agreed. Counselors. For the record, we're counselors.
Counselor.
We're not licensed therapists. Please do not look at us that way.
Although BetterHelp, we're still
not making a claim. BetterHelp is amazing.
But I feel like if you can let your personality show, you'll attract your people.
Yeah.
If you can just be authentic, you'll attract your people. And then you don't have to force yourself to be that like hyper professionalism, hyper like in your lane, clean, everything's dotted, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, all the things. Like, your people will meet you.
Well, and it ties back into, we've talked about this before on this show, where I found in a lot of my coaching and consulting with people that more often than not, we tend to lead towards wanting to be liked or wanting to be right, right? And sometimes they feed into each other, but this is like the perfect episode to bring this back up, because wanting to be liked may be a reason, not even about the business. We may have the business secured and we're confident about that, and yet if we don't think that they'll like the authentic us, we might filter.
Yeah. Well, I think I think that's the perfect example, is that if you don't feel comfortable, you're way more likely to. I know I am. If I'm not comfortable somewhere, I'm quieter. I'm not as confident in myself. I will probably code switch. I'll start acting way straighter than I am. Which is wild in and of itself.
Yeah, that's weird.
Until I laugh or get excited, then it's game over. They know. The flick comes out, the pitch goes up. It's immediately, it's like, oh, no, he's fruity. But no, there's a level of comfort that your guard naturally starts to come down. And the moment that comfort goes down and you're not comfortable anymore, a mask comes on. Yeah. I mean, I've been in therapy now for 3 years, I think. And one of the things that when I got into therapy, we were talking about putting on just a different mask for your friend groups. Like, this friend group's really into sports, so I'm really sporty. This friend group's really into like infrastructure, so I'm kind of nerdy and infrastructure geeking out. This friend group is like, they're all real estate agents, so I have to be like prime and proper, and I have to be ready for a good time, and I have to know my stats, and like, but every single group got a different mask, and there wasn't one that was just like, this is you. These are little pieces of you. Like, I used to be really bad. Like, I wouldn't even let my friend groups hang out together. Like, you were in that bucket, you didn't touch the other buckets.
I remember when we talked about that early on. It was your pumpkin carving event with your normal friend group, and you invited me, and it was a weird, for you, convergence of...
That whole event was... The first time I hosted that event was purely my Tacoma friend group, but the ones that I built when I was living in Tacoma. As the years went on, the second year I hosted it, my therapist gave me a challenge. Like, hey, I want you to invite more than one of your friend groups.
It's a good challenge.
It was. And because I don't back down from a challenge, my mama didn't raise a bitch. I invited all of my friend groups. Yeah. And then the week of, I was a whole mess. I was panicking. I was stressing out. I was having panic attacks. Like, it was just the thought of all of those groups touching was driving me up a wall.
What was your fear?
I was afraid that they would start to connect a dot that I showed up differently, and that the friend that they were friend with wasn't the same person, which is weird because hindsight's 2020. I am the same person. They just all got a little bit different side of me. Yeah. When as they're all together, everybody got one authentic side of me.
So, I mean, this is so cool because when I think about the conversations I've had around wanting to be liked or wanting to be right, they always stem from a place of scarcity and not abundance, right? In the concept around scarcity is that there's never enough, and the concept around abundance is that there's more than enough. So there are more than enough clients. There are more than enough people that are allies and supportive that would be willing to support us or lean in if we showed up authentically right from the get-go as we're filtering through, is this a relationship as client and representative that we want to move forward with? Do you think that scarcity shows up in other places in your life?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like you got a good example of this the other day.
Yeah.
I am very quick to panic. And then if you give me about 5-10 minutes, I'll start finding solutions. And then if you give me 5 or 10 more minutes, I'll apologize for panicking and say we have solutions.
It's good awareness. It's good awareness.
It's about a 30-minute process, but it does occur. Yeah, I think part of it is like I'm really good when things are going according to plan.
Aren't we all?
Even if the plan is very loosely a plan.
Yeah.
I'm really good. But the moment the plan is like torpedoed, panic.
Do you feel like you have a really good plan set in place for your buyers and your sellers?
Yeah.
When things go sideways, do you
panic?
And do you let the client see that?
No. Never. Well, here's the thing. Like, because I'm aware of it, I know that the panic's gonna last for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna ground myself and I'm gonna think and I'm like, okay, hold on. Here's like 17 different options. Here's 2 that are just we're absolutely not doing. Those are nuclear. And here's the remainder that like, let's go build a plan around these. Yeah. Because these are really good options. And here's the solution to our current hurdle. Yep. Oh yeah, internally I'm panicking. It's just a natural thing. But I have learned how to resolve that.
Real estate is the best business, in my opinion, to like work through that process of getting comfortable with the unexpected. Because we, like in the name of the mask, like we get to be the people that show up for our clients and bring them calm when they are feeling panicked. So we don't get to set a context of panic or turmoil or outrage. That's a big one. That's outrageous. How dare they come back with that kind of a negotiation response, right? And we get to be the ones, no matter how much we might agree or disagree, bring some perspective and some grounded energy, calm cadence and communication, not voice inflections or too much personality, just real grounded energy for the people that are depending on us to be that for them.
Well, your clients will start to pick up on it. Like, I'm not going to say that I am perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I have definitely had that energy transition
That makes one of us.
Okay. I've definitely had the energy. I've had that energy transition through, and once it transitions through, it causes a lot more. Yeah. It could be harm. It could be financial loss. Yeah. It could be reactions versus being proactive. Yeah. It can cause things to just kind of start to fall apart. There is a space where we get to be the calm in the storm. Yeah. You know, we get to say like, hey, this is what's going on. Here's what we can do. Yeah. How would you like to proceed? That's our fiduciary. Yeah. As real estate agents, but also just in general, even in life, when you're having those conversations with your family or your friends. There was a video that I watched the other day. When people get defensive, I think it's the Swedish. They apparently teach their kids when they're younger that whenever someone comes at you with like a complaint or an accusation, before you respond, repeat it. Okay. Like if I told you, or you told me that I stole your pen, before I could respond to you, first I have to say, you think I stole your pen. And then you can give context as to whether you did or did not.
What do you think that does for the energy in the conversation?
It slows it down. Yeah. And it stops the reaction. Yeah. Because the gut reaction, if you were to tell me that I stole your pen right now, I'd be like, no, I didn't. Yeah. And I make a face, I make a sound, and now you're even more irritated than before because you've accused me and I've told you that you're wrong.
Well, and we've talked about this before, right? When it comes to what is the message that's being sent whenever our instinct is to justify or defend, right? It's that we are actively placing ourselves in an opposing perspective to the perspective that's being brought. And that's not always the point of the conversation. I might say, you stole my pen. And what I meant was, hey, can I have my pen back that you borrowed the other day? And you might think, wow, he thinks I'm a thief. And then we're going to escalate the conversation because you're now getting defensive. So I can totally see what you mean.
And how does that show up in our dualities, in the masks that we wear, and how like someone might say like, oh, LOL, whatever it is, and we take it as a personal attack when they didn't mean it that way at all.
Okay, so faith, right? Conversations around faith. And I don't necessarily mean organized religion. And yet, if someone in a conversation with a client or someone that I don't know brings up spirituality in that way, naming a specific denomination of religion, my automatic mask goes on to assume that they're going to be opposed to my sexual orientation. So we're just going to leave that part of the authenticity completely out. That used to be my default. I'd always look for it. In fact, sometimes I would be so paranoid about it that I would ask, are you a person of faith? Literally, to see how I can just bring up the conversation and get out ahead of it, so I know how I'm supposed to show up.
Your defense system goes up immediately, even if they've made no other indication that they're against your lifestyle. It's just purely, oh, I'm a man of, or I'm a woman of, or whatever it is. Okay, filter real quick. Filter it until you figure out later.
And it doesn't, like, the whole idea behind, like, this is the fact, and here's the meaning that I'm attaching to that, right? Like, literally, this is a person of faith. And that means to me that I need to now filter myself because they're not going to appreciate or approve of my lifestyle. When I don't know that that's necessarily true.
Exactly.
When we talked about pride a while ago, but I was thinking about how many faith-based organizations were there and loud and proud about their support and their deity, showing love and appreciation for the community that we were celebrating.
Yeah, there was a guy that was in the beer garden when we were there.
Yeah.
He had walked in the parade earlier before you had gotten there, but he was hanging out. He had a beer, and his shirt said, "I'm a pastor, and I love you as you are."
Oh, it makes me want to cry to this day.
And yet we still sometimes, when somebody says they're a person of faith, we need to go filter ourselves.
Sorry, I know that was like way back in the past, but I had to bring that up because I was like, you know what? That totally brought that up for me. It made me, I didn't cry, but I could feel the emotion welling up. That was something that I had always used as a reason to put on a mask. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
Everywhere.
I mean, even like being real estate agents and showing up, we come to the office. We have fun in the office.
Yeah.
We go out and we help our clients, and then we show up to after hours for something, a happy hour, or we're just going home. Like, how many different times have you changed your mask throughout the day?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you're joking with your peers in the office, and then you go into a meeting with a potential person looking at joining real estate or a client looking to buy or sell or invest. And then you go to a happy hour where now everybody's drinking, we're having a good time, and we're laughing, or we're being a bit rambunctious in public. And then you go home and you take off the rambunctious mask and you put on the quiet, I need to do my face mask, and I need to do my skincare, I need to like take care of Lana and Nala, and we need to do all the things. And like, it's how many masks are we trying to, like, can we just wear one?
Do you think that, I think I have the answer. It's like obvious to me now, actually, that I'm thinking the question in my head. But do you think that the most authentic version of like taking all of the masks off is just when we're home alone? Everything we do, our habits, the things that we say, the things that we think.
Anytime that you're alone.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, people have full-on dance parties and like karaoke by themselves in their car.
Yeah.
People do karaoke in the shower. They're dancing like a fool around their house when they're by themselves. Like, anytime
that's
you feel
actually true. Huh?
Actually, let me back that up. I'll change that one step further. It's not just when you're alone. Anytime you feel like somebody's not watching.
Oh my God, being observed. I hate feeling like I'm being observed.
Anytime you feel like you just are not, like, no one is watching.
Yeah.
That's when I think your most purely authentic self shows up.
Yeah.
And there are some people that genuinely they have figured out how to be very, very authentic no matter where they show up.
Yeah.
Our guest host coming up, it'll be the next episode. She shows up authentic.
I love Jess so much.
Yeah. She shows up authentically.
Yeah.
But it just in general, I think it's the moment we feel like we're being watched, whether it be on social media, whether it be in the office, whether it be at the dog park or the gym or at a restaurant or a bar, wherever it is. The moment there's somebody else there, and we feel, even if they're not even looking at us, they're doing their own set of deadlifts over there. But the moment that we're there, even if they're not looking at us, there might be a mirror somewhere. If I make a weird face or a weird sound, if I moan awkwardly when I like lift this, like they're gonna look at me and they're gonna judge me.
I do that with no filter.
I know.
It doesn't matter where. I don't know. Honestly, it just comes out, and it's not meant to be a sexual thing in any way, but it's literally the noise. Like the noises that just come out of my body sometimes. I'm like, Will, what are you doing?
Like the first time I heard you do it, I was like, okay.
Everyone does. It happens, and I hear it happen as it's happening. And then I'm like, oftentimes I'm like, I apologize about that. Like that.
You're like, that was weird. I don't know where that came from.
So how often do you think that you feel the need to put on the everything's okay, I'm fine, I'm great, like I'm doing well mask?
A lot.
Yeah.
But I think that's also a me thing.
What do you mean?
Think telling somebody that I'm not okay is not on my radar. Like if I'm struggling, like I've gotten better at it. I've gotten better at saying like I'm not well.
Yeah.
But if I'm not doing well, I try to put on a mask that everything is perfectly fine.
Why do you think that is?
I don't like the look of it. I don't like admitting that I'm not doing okay. I feel this is partly, I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know if it's a humility thing.
Well, can we explore it a little bit?
Yeah.
What is it about not being okay that you feel like diminishes your value?
I just think that I've had it. Well, I can't even say that. I was going to say I feel like I've had it put together, but that's not even remotely true.
Another mask, maybe.
It's another mask that I just put on right there. You saw me grab it, and I'm like, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just a matter of, I guess there's a level of perceived weakness in it.
Okay.
And a lack of confidence in it, which saying it out loud and like, I know the more authentic you are, the more people have confidence in you. The more that they trust you, believe you, see you.
Yeah.
But I think in those moments, it's a matter of like, I can't portray myself as not being okay because I have to perform. I still have to hold up my fiduciary. I still have to get to this common goal or whatever it is. Like, I don't get the time to not be okay.
So if you're weak, if that's the meaning that you're attaching to it, what are you making that mean about you?
I'm not performing.
And if you're not performing, what does that mean about you?
I guess it intrinsically means that my value doesn't exist. I'm not valuable to others.
Okay.
I think I feel like that's how I would make it. That's what I would make it mean by myself, is that I'm not valuable to others. Ergo, they would be better off served by somebody else, not me. Because I don't perceive myself as valuable enough in this time where I'm not okay. I'm dealing with whatever it is. You need to go work with somebody else.
I can completely relate to that. I have worked through a lot of worthiness at a core level, like a really get down to deeper, get deeper. Because I think I'll come from I do this a lot. I don't like speaking in generalities or for other people or to disassociate responsibility for my views of things. So as I look at the reason to put on a mask, it's for a reason. There's a reason underneath the reason. That is underneath, there's another reason underneath that reason. And so and this is really great because when we're consulting with clients, this is the great way for us to get down to the reasons why, the actual reason why, not the look good reason why, or the I need to be right reason why, but the why do you need to be right? If you're wrong, what is that? What are you making that mean about you that's causing this really resolute stance of resistance to what is? And so I've been like peeling the onion, if you speak, about what is it about these different actions and belief systems and habits that I've developed to protect myself. And again, no judgment, not good, not bad, not right, not wrong. It's a defense mechanism that I created subconsciously in order to protect myself. And at the core of almost all of them is a matter of worthiness. I need to prove that I'm worthy, that I'm worth something, that I'm valuable, that I'm lovable, that I'm capable. Right?
Yeah.
It's fascinating stuff.
It really is. And I think too, there's a level of like, how do we take the mask off? Like, how do you move from the perspective of like, I know that I'm worthy, and how can I take the mask off and just be me?
Wouldn't you think that'd be the easy thing?
You would think so.
Because it's like,
you would
just
really
stop
hope so.
filtering. Just stop masking
Mhm.
what you're thinking. Stop filtering your thoughts. Feels like a dangerous thing to do.
It's yeah, there might be some filters that need to stay.
Maybe not all of them.
But no, it's there. That should be the easy answer, and
Yeah.
it should be the easy solution.
Yeah.
Just stop filtering.
Why do you
Just
think we
show-
don't?
I think society's conditioned.
Yeah.
I think as a society, we
Nailed
have been
it.
so conditioned
it.
to, I have to get the clicks.
Yeah.
I have to get the likes. I have to get the views.
Especially now, right?
Especially now. Social media's made it horrible.
Wow.
Like, social media was supposed to make us social. It was supposed to be
better connection, right?
Better
Easier to be
connection,
connected
yep.
with more people all over the world.
Mhm. I can tell you, like, just as an example, anyways, of the lack of connectivity.
Yeah.
My class, when I graduated, our 10-year anniversary came and went.
Oh,
We didn't do anything.
what?
There was no 10-year reunion.
Oh my God, my 20-year reunion is next year.
That's.
I don't think we have anything planned.
That's.
Is this the new world we're living in? We don't feel like we need to come together to be connected because we're
we
already
see each other on social media. Why do we need to talk to them?
Wow.
Arguably, I wouldn't have gone either way. So, but.
Oh, this is so deep. This is a whole
But
other
it's-
episode.
it's-
yeah.
Authenticity doesn't mean that we're oversharing, though.
I don't think so.
It doesn't mean that we're taking up more space than we deserve.
Agreed.
It's just being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's being true to who you are.
Yeah.
There was an article that was written up about me the other day from my high school that I graduated from, and the last question they'd asked me in the interview was like, if you had a piece of advice for somebody in high school now wanting to accomplish what you've accomplished, what would it be? And my first answer was, don't be afraid to start something and fail. Fail fast and fail forward.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it and I was like, actually, I want to give a second answer to that. Be authentic. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Because the moment you're authentic and the moment that you're yourself, your relationships get deeper. You start to build relationships worth having. And you get people that are way more in tune with who you are and the success that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And they will feed it because people know when you're BSing now. It's easy to detect.
Yeah.
But it's if you can just show up authentically, people feed on that.
Yep.
They feed on that. There's a natural energy that comes from people that are authentic.
The space in which I stand permissions others to do the same.
Exactly.
Right? I think everyone's looking for permission to be authentic and vulnerable and honest. And when we lead with that as people, as society, I think the more and more that we lean into that, the better off everyone is because the more permission they have to be themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's how we do it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Be authentic.
Yep.
You do not need permission.
Nope.
Just do it.
And you'll find your people. You'll attract your people.
You 100%.
Abundance and scarcity. Again, here we are.
It really does boil down to like very few things.
Yeah.
You have a yes or no. You have a like or be right. You have abundance or you have scarcity.
Yeah.
There's typically there's choices and there's very few choices to choose from.
Yeah.
What's your one takeaway from today?
I think it's on actually the topic of choice. Like I get to choose who I show up as around whomever I'm around. And the reality is if I am truly a man of abundance, and I preach that all the time, then there is no reason not to show up as my most authentic self, to choose to show up as my authentic self. I spent a lot of years subconsciously putting on a mask based on the circumstance of my environment. And I get to spend intentional time focused on being authentic as possible because those masks have become so automatic.
Mm-hmm.
That's my takeaway.
Agreed. My big takeaway is just be authentic.
Yeah.
I'm a man of few words. Sometimes.
Ha!
But no, just be authentic. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like we get to choose to be positive. We get to choose to
Yeah.
come from positivity and from authenticity.
Yeah.
And if we get that choice, let's make the one that allows us to be ourselves authentically.
I can't think of a better way to close out episode 5.
Heck yeah.
This is the Gaygents of Pierce County. I'm Will Fernandez.
I'm Guy Mon, and if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it with your friends and family, as well as hit the bell button because we want you to be notified for the next one. If you are listening on one of your favorite podcast platforms, please do the same thing. We would love for you to be notified when our next episodes launch. If you haven't found us on social media, go do it. Gaygents of Pierce County across everything. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day.
Love you guys.
Adios.
Bye.